great turns by the King, including that one last night as Kyle Seager happily signs autographs, gets 5 for the little man as he gets set for the series finale. Welcome out here to the pen. It's Brad Adam and Bill Kruger with you. So Felix Hernandez won his last 4 turns. Bill, what we saw last night, maybe for a lot of reasons, could you say that was his best start last night?
I'd have to say so. It's one of the best times that we've seen Felix. I mean, even going back to his Cy Young season, this was Felix with an overpowering fastball and a curveball that he could throw any time for a strike, notwithstanding the dark changeup that he started to introduce later in the game. This was an overwhelming performance. 2 hits, 2 scratch hits into the 9th inning, nearly threw a shutout. He was terrific.
And hit 95 saying, still got it. Still got it, buddy. All right, let's see who we have for tonight. Our Century Link to what's next. Starting pitching matchup tonight, Matt Shoemaker just recalled by the Angels. 2-1, got nice numbers as a starter. Brandon Maurer 1-3 with a 7. I know he had one nice turn against the Angels. What do you look for out of Brandon tonight?
Keep it simple. KISS. Let Mike call the game. Throw that big fastball. Even in fastball counts, let it rip. Let's see that slider that you rubbed out 7 Angels or 6 Angels in 6 shutout innings last year. Brandon's got the equipment. He's just trying to do too much and get a break or 2 in the early part of the game. And let's see if this young man can gain some confidence and have a big ball game.
Again, no Robinson Cano missing his first game for the Mariners. No Albert Pujols sitting this one out for the Angels. So we'll see who can kind of pick up the slack. Mariners trying to win their 7th out of 9 games against the Angels and win this 4-game set. We'll see Maurer getting ready to go. We getting ready to go as well. Lineup's first pitch, Dave and Mike coming up.
Welcome, everybody, to Seattle, one of the great cities on the lower 48. And tonight, the Mariners play Game 8 of their 11-game homestand, their longest of the season, in wonderful conditions. A little bit cloudy, but comfortable nonetheless, as the Angels are in town to wrap things up. Welcome, everybody, to Mariner Baseball. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers, Roots Sports Crew on hand. Brandon Maurer against Matt Shoemaker tonight, your pitching matchup. And here's the Angel lineup that young Mr. Maurer will face
Board
tonight.
manager Mike Scioscia leading off for the Angels tonight. It'll be Cole Calhoun. Then it's Eric Ibar Trout, who had been hitting second, moves to third. Pujols out of the lineup. tonight. Freeze Kendrick Ibanez, the DH, hitting 6. C.J. Cron, see what he did last night or Tuesday night. 2 for 4, a home run, and a couple of RBIs for him. Then it's Hank Conger, Grant Green rounding out the 9 for the Angels. For Mauer on the year, 1-3 record, ERA just under 7. Been a struggle for him this year. 15 strikeouts, 10 walks over 28 in the third. Opponents hitting .316. Against him, he's given up 4 home runs. And the defense for the Mariners, Ackley and Lev Jones in center field. Saunders out and right. Seager, the third baseman. Miller hitting the start at shortstop. Franklin at second base. Cano out. Smoke at first, and Mike Zunino will do the catching. And for Brandon, you can see what he did against the Angels last year, back in August. Couple of innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs for him. He had 3 strikeouts and 44 pitches to get through the 2 innings.
Last time we saw Mauer on the mound, Mike, it was interesting. You saw two sides of things. An early 2-run homer by George Springer. Then he had a run of 11 consecutive retired, and then it fell apart again.
Well, again, he has the stuff. His fastball, which is a strange thing, it will range anywhere from 88 to 97 miles an hour at times. And he has a good slider this year. Slider at times has been a little bit flat. Looks like he's overthrowing it at times. Slider at 90 miles an hour. Last year when he had the good slider, it was more around that 87 mile an hour mark. Also mix in a curve and a changeup. But you're right, it's been the big inning that has hurt him.
First pitch of the ball game in there for a called strike to Cole Calhoun. .62 degrees and calm here at Safeco Field. Next pitch outside. Let's take a look at the umpires for tonight. Dan Iasoni has got home plate. C.B. Buckner at first, Trip Gibson at second, and Dale Scott, the crew chiefs, at third. 1-1. This is outside 2-1. Calhoun, a .203 hitter, 3 homers and 6 ribbies. Behind now, 3-1.
And this is something that you'll hear Lloyd McClendon talk about a lot when his name comes up, and that is commanding his fastball first and foremost. He has to be able to command his fastball. Good fastball on the outside corner for a strike.
Talking to Lloyd before the game at the batting cage, he said, I need big innings out of this guy tonight because Detroit's coming in. My bullpen's in good shape. Don't want to blow them all out here tonight. There's a walk to start the ball game. And bring up Eric Ibar, switch hitting shortstop, batting in a 2-hole here today. Batted 6th the last 3 nights.
We talked about it with the Mariners and having Cano out of the lineup and what a different look it is for the Mariners. It's the same when you take Pujols out, take some of the depth out of it. One of the premier hitters, and Pujols having a big year this year. His 14th home run of the season in this series, so he's out of the lineup. Changes the look of the Angels.
Ibar always a pest. Solid smash right field. Calhoun, who's got great speed, gets the third easily. The Angels over the years under Mike Scioscia, one of the best base running teams in baseball. They go first and third in a heartbeat. So runners at the corners here early on, early trouble.
He's also a veteran hitter, paying attention, watching Mauer throw nothing but fastballs and kind of all over the place. Sees the leadoff walk, so he decides he's probably going to throw a fastball in the middle of the plate, and he jumps all over it, hits it hard into right field. Solid line drive for Ibar. As you take a look at Calhoun, he will get around the third, no problem for him to get there. So Mauer had some trouble here in the first inning.
Brings up Mike Trout. 281, 10 homers, 35 runs batted in, 3 for 7 against Mauer. First pitch fouled back. Three for 10. Mariners have held him down a little bit. Trout coming off a miserable stretch where he hit only a .153.
Well, he's coming out of that now 9-game hitting streak for him.
0-1. Early difficulties here for Brandon Mauer. Oh, 2 strikes. Mariners got a gem last night from Felix Hernandez. 8 2/3. 4-hit, 1-run ball, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. We really wanted that complete game. Most important thing, he got the victory right, and he came in and closed the door. Here's the 1-2. Down low, 2-2. Mike Zunino, the hitting star, drove in all 3 runs. 2-run single in the second and a home run in the 8th. Got him what he was looking for in those at-bats, too. He said he got the fastball, didn't want to miss it, and didn't. 2-2 to Trout. Line drive, right field. Saunders is there. Didn't get a chance to set his feet. Run's going to score. Sacrifice fly for Trout. 1-0 Angels. Trout with his 36th run batted in, scoring easily as Calhoun. And for Trout, his 6th sacrifice fly of the season.
And now this is one of the things that we talk about with the pitchers, controlling the damage. If Mauer's able to get out of this inning now, get a double play ball right here, get out of the inning, give up just 1 run, you're in good shape. You just want to stay away from the big innings if you can.
Third baseman David Freese. Outside corner for a strike.
And now that the Angels have cashed that run in at third, we'll keep an eye on Ibar over at first. He will pick his spots.
3 out of 6 base stealing. Freese pops this one up. Second baseman Nick Franklin hits under, 2 away. Robinson Cano under the weather, not in the lineup here tonight. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow when the Tigers come to town for a weekend series.
And we talked about Ibar, paying attention to him. There you have it. He is a heads-up player. Catches everybody sleeping as he cruises into second base.
A stolen base, 4th of the year for Ibar. Here's Howie Kendrick.
We'll take a look at Mauer over on the mound. Has the ball back to the runner. And the infielders weren't paying attention either. They were not covering second base.
We talk about it every series. He's one of the real heads-up players you're going to see in baseball.
Yeah, he will get you either on the bases, in the field. He'll also do the same thing. Guys casually walk back to the base after they think the play is over, and next thing you know, he'll flip the ball over there quickly and get the runners, sneak in behind him. It was a good breaking ball. Looked like maybe the cut fastball from Mauer.
Fly ball, right side into the stands. Howie Kendrick, leading hitter on the ball club for the Angels. He and Trout have played in all 52 games. Howie with 60 hits on the season, best for the Angels club. Ball and 2 strikes.
First pitching, and they've done a good job with Kendrick. He was hitting, what, 309, I believe, at the start of the series.
And he was in the top 10.
Top 10, and his batting average starting today, 294. Still really good, but the Mariners have done a good job holding him down.
Two pitch. Hit hard, right field, but Saunders is there. And he makes the catch. A run on a hit. No errors and a man left. Angels lead at 1-0. Mariners coming to bat. James Jones has been a big part of Mariners' success as they come into tonight's game with a .500 record at 26 up and 26 down. He's going to lead things off. Let's take a look at the rest of the batting order tonight against Matt Shoemaker.
Tonight's starting lineup brought to you by Chevron. It will be Jones leading things off, and then it's Nick Franklin hitting second. It was Saunders, but again, Cano was scratched, so Saunders will move down and hit third. Smoke, Seager, Romero getting the start now at the DH. Again, because of the scratch by Cano, he will hit sixth. Ackley, Mike Zunino last night, 2 for 3. He was the Mariners' offense, drove in all 3 runs for the Mariners last night. And then Brad Miller rounding out the 9 for the Mariners. Take a look at Shoemaker this year, 2-1 record, a 3.18 ERA, 20 strikeouts, 7 walks. His fastball will be 90 to 93 miles an hour, 4-seamer and a 2-seamer. His out pitch is a split finger fastball. You'll see some sliders to the right-handers and an occasional curveball.
This pitch in there, strike to James Jones.
He will also pitch inside to the left-handers. He's a 4-seamer inside. Try to run the 2-seamer off the outside corner.
Third time Shoemaker facing off against the Mariners. He had 1 start, 1 relief appearance. Went 5 innings against the Mariners. Big league debut last September 20th. Breaking ball in there for strike 2.
That's something that we've seen in this series. A long series, a 4-game series for the Mariners against the Angels, but against Jones, they've thrown him a lot of breaking balls and changeups. Trying to stay away from the fastball with him. There's another breaking ball.
Shoemaker, 27 years old, out of Wyandotte, Michigan, lives in Trenton, Michigan now. Been with the Angels organization since 2008, made his big league debut last season. Fastball for Jones and hits it to Mike Trout. One center fielder retires, the other one out.
And we'll take a look at the rest of the defense for the Angels. In left field, it'll be Grant Green, former infielder, now playing left. Trout in center, Calhoun in right. Freeze, the third baseman, Ibar and Kendrick playing up the middle. C.J. Crone getting the start at first base. Again, Pujols getting the night off. Hank Conger will do the catching.
Here's Nick Franklin. Look out. He's got a vendor coming down the stairs. He had a good batting practice. Lloyd McClendon supervising, and Lloyd was telling me, I'm sure you've heard this before. Eat the ball. When you watch it, eat the ball. You know, keep that head in there. And he was doing a nice job. See how it translates here tonight.
Yeah, he was showing him his front side wasn't necessarily pulling off, but everything was lifting up, so his backside was dropping, and he wanted him to stay more on top, keep his head in the hitting area, to keep his backhand on top, the top hand in there, whether he's hitting right-handed or left-handed. It was fun to watch.
The imagery was interesting. He said, "Eat the ball." So he's taking his. He says, "Really?" He said, "Come here." And he held the ball. He says, "Eat the ball." So he said, now when the ball's coming in, do that. And he's really promote keeping that head in. It was interesting that one thing to see it, but then to hear the explanation was fascinating. See if he's doing it here.
We'll take a look at it. This is an off-speed pitch, so if you want to do it, this is when you want to keep that head on it. And that looks pretty good. He's just out in front of it. He has one of those cut bats, so he just splits it off the end, but that's not bad. No, I've seen guys work on that before. In fact, here in Seattle, it was Alex when in his younger days when he first came to the big leagues, Alex Rodriguez, he would do a lot of that. He talked about that all the time, yeah.
Like really,
like over-exaggerating his batting practice and his tee drills, right. Just really keeping his head in there.
It's almost like doing a Pac-Man kind of thing out of the game, right?
Yeah, basically what he's trying to do is get him to over-exaggerate it. You won't do that in a game.
Right.
But if you over-exaggerate it, gets you to that point, gets you a feeling of what it is you're trying to do, which was a lot of fun to watch them work those things out during batting practice today. And I think the big thing, I've talked to Lloyd, they want to cut his strikeouts down, give him a better chance to hit for a higher average as he swings at that fastball. Good fastball in the inside corner, elevated fastball, but they're trying to cut that down for him. And he thinks that will help. But we'll take a look at it after some off-speed pitches. Shoemaker, he has good command, and he hits a spot right here. Inside corner right at the top of the zone. Nick, a little bit defensive because he's in a 2-2 count. Wasn't able to get to it. Tried to foul it off.
Struck out 15 times now in 15 ball games. There's Michael Saunders. There's the right fielder. First time this season, Michael batting third. Done the bulk of his work leading off 12 times there, 8 times batting second.
Well, he's been hot, hitting .378 over his last 10 games, including 10 RBIs. So he has been a hot hitter.
Shoemaker recalled from AAA Salt Lake last night. He had been optioned to Salt Lake City after his last start on Saturday. Hector Santiago went down, so they had to bring this young man back up here.
Well, he's showing everything that he has here in the first inning. We've seen the curveball, that last pitch, a curveball. He's also thrown Saunders a split, mixed in a couple of sliders. There's another split.
Got him to chase. So Shoemaker up to a good start. A couple of strikeouts in the first inning. Angels lead at 1-0. On Root Sports, being brought to you by Ford. We are local. By AT&T, mobilizing your world. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. For more info, visit emeraldqueen.com. Even though Cano's not in the lineup, as you remember from his Mariners commercial, everything in slow motion, even the waterfall in slow motion for Robinson Cano. Welcome back, everybody. Top of the second inning. Raul Ibanez is going to lead it off here for the Angels, and a shy retiring guy that we like to call the Bone. Jay Buhner is here. Good to see you, pal.
Good to see you guys, man.
Hey, good to see you.
What's happening? Mariners playing some good baseball.
They are.
Yeah.
Leaning on their pitching.
It's good to have them start to get healthy and get back out there and let King Felix get a little help.
That was fun to watch last night.
Last night he was electric, wasn't he? But then again, that's Felix in true Felix form, isn't it?
What do you think about Mike Zunino? What a night he had. Ended up driving all the runs in for Felix last
night.
How
about that, huh?
Yeah.
And
Tied for the team lead with home runs with 7 now.
I know. It's good to see. I love that kid. I mean, he takes charge back there and takes charge of his pitching staff and not afraid to speak up, but he's a hard-nosed kid that plays the game right. And even on balls, you know, with nobody on, you know, he's not Ole-ing stuff. I mean, he's sliding over, blocking stuff. It's a good young prospect, man.
He's shown some power to right, too.
That's real power, Mike. Wouldn't you know? Going foul pole to foul pole. You gotta like it.
Raul lifts one. Short left field, Brad Miller. One out. Who else has jumped out at you since you last visited?
Well, it's good to see Saunders getting going and swinging the bat good, and you know he got hot in that number 2 hole. Now what he's hitting third tonight. So and then Smokey, it's good to see him, especially from the right side. He's getting squishy up there a little bit, isn't he?
It's good to see.
So they need, those are the guys we were talking earlier about, guys that need to step it up for you. You know, kind of towards the bottom of your lineup. And those 2 guys, obviously they're in the top of the lineup, but they really need to get going for this team to continue to be successful, especially with the arms coming back and you get Walker healthy and some of these kids that can really help out. It'd be really nice because it's fun to see 500 baseball. I never thought I'd be cheering on a team and be excited about 500 baseball, but baby steps, man. Well, you know, you got to start somewhere. That's a huge plus for this team right now.
And I know that you can appreciate it, but it's another thing too. I'm saying, if you see this ground ball out the short.
He had it.
Oh, he still got him. I don't know about that.
I think Lloyd's going to come out of the dugout and challenge that.
I don't know about that one.
Here he comes.
We'll take a look at it. Looked like Brad. It was a tough pick. He ends up picking it clean, but then on the transfer. I didn't think we were going to talk about the transfer again this year. Enough of that the first month, but you can see on the transfer he drops it, stays with the play, does the right thing, picks it back up with his bare hand, and I think they get him.
He's out.
He's out.
I like it though. Stay with it, man. You never know.
Another good play by Smoke over at first. He's been really good at first again this year, Jay. He's played some good defense.
Soft hands.
Yeah. I got to tell you, he's gotten even better.
Yeah.
I think this year's even. I mean, we've been talking about him the last couple of years. He's better even this year.
Mariners have had some pretty good ones over the years. He's definitely, as far as defense over there, he can throw some leather.
And it looks like they're going to let it stand. They're not going to challenge it. So.
Wow.
So at E6. One out, one on.
But the thing that I was going to get to is Cano. He's not in the lineup tonight. He's been in the lineup every night except for tonight. And what a difference he has made. I mean, just the way the lineup looks, having him in the middle of it, the pressure he's taken off of everybody.
Right.
And then just, I think, all the fundamental things that he does so well on a daily basis. Dave was laughing when he saw the slow waterfall. But
right.
just the way that he goes about his business makes a difference, I think, for everybody.
Leads by example, and then he's going out and backing it up by hitting. It was funny listening to you last night. He basically, his average dropped to a whole 330.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it'd be
Makes
nice
a difference,
to have that.
though, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely, because the young kids, they're buying in. I mean, they're looking at that. I mean, there's proof right there.
Right.
That is the proof.
Tied for third in the American League with Alexei Ramirez at 327.
And he's great in the clubhouse. I mean, he's great with the young kids, great with the Latin kids. I mean, it's nice to have a guy like that. And plus, you start bringing guys like that in there, back into this organization. That makes a difference. Now it's going to help you go and recruit other guys and get other free agents. Other people will finally start coming back in here.
So Maurer, 4-pitch walk to Hank Conger. It's his second walk.
You guys know what happens when you start to nibble.
Oh,
that happened in the first inning. That leadoff walk always comes back to nip you.
Nibble, nibble, boom.
Especially this team right now. They can do that in a hurry. They got some bangers.
Well, and Green Not a lot of at-bats for him, just 49 at-bats, but since he's returned, he's been swinging the bat well. 388 with a home run and 5 RBIs. Hitting 9th in the lineup for the Angels tonight. Again, Pujols taking the night off.
Pop that'll play.
Yeah, just wait till they get Hamilton back, right?
Yeah, he's going out tomorrow on a rehab assignment.
He was swinging it before he went down.
He was.
Yeah, that was that. We had seen him in Anaheim, then we saw him here, and then he hurt himself diving in first base.
How about all those guys that are getting hurt diving into first base?
I don't get it.
It's just first base for some reason too, right? So don't do it. But then again, I mean, we played for a lot of years, and I mean, guys are going to continue to keep diving in. A lot of people dive head first into second, but for some reason, diving into first is probably not a good idea. Oh,
there's Seager. They go around the horn. Get the double play, and Mauer's out of trouble in the second. Angels lead at 1-0. Smoke, Seager, and Romero when we get back. In front 1-0, and a reminder that this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. As we look at the trains motoring southbound here in Seattle, we're joined by Mariners Hall of Famer tonight, Jay Buhner, Dave Sims, Mike Flowers. Very pleasant night, 62 degrees here in Seattle, and the Mariners trying to go 5-3 on this homestand and take this series against the Angels. They're 2-1. Justin Smoke's going to lead it off against Matt Shoemaker. Ibar on the shift is there for the out. So one down here in the second. We have another Coors Light Silver Bullet Saturday coming up May 31st against the Tigers. First 400 fans who enter the Root Sports Pen for early happy hour at the Rail Bar receive a free Silver Bullet Saturday t-shirt and extended happy hour pricing up until first pitch. Plus, you can catch especially marked Coors Light baseball if you do so during Mariners BP. On a Silver Bullet Saturday, you can win tickets to an upcoming game. Brings up Kyle Seager.
Okay, I know that you and Lloyd go back away. He has to be pretty excited about things right now.
Why wouldn't you be?
Yeah, has the club at 500, getting things turned around. Hopefully, as you mentioned earlier, getting healthy with the pitching side of things. It's good to have Iwakuma back. Hopefully, they'll see Paxton and Walker.
I think just having the clubhouse back has been the biggest difference. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Just walking through there, I think just the atmosphere is completely night and day difference than it's been in the past.
You know what he said? This team, I wanted this team to take on my personality. I'll fight you in a heartbeat. He says, these guys.
Oh, believe it. I agree. I agree. You got to have a little bit of that, RA.
He said, I'm not afraid of anybody on the other side. I respect him, but I'm not. And we will go. We will do it.
I agree. I tell you what, not to keep falling back into the mid-90s, but that whole 95 run and all the way through the mid to late 90s, obviously Lou had a lot to do with that personality, but we would go toe-to-toe on or off the field. It didn't matter. There's something to be said about that.
What was that we were talking about the other day, Mike? And you related a very similar thing. He said something about mental toughness, and you talked about, hey, I like playing for a guy like that.
Yeah, you have to, and it's something, well, Jay, you and I were talking about it earlier. What they do is they make you accountable for what it is that you're doing. And although, the thing that you like and you appreciate is you're going to go through your struggles, and they will hang in there with you, but at some point they're also going to put it on you to get it going, or they'll find somebody else that will. And I think when you have that and you're aware of that, I think at times it's healthy and it's a good thing. What do you think, Jay?
Welcome to the real world.
Yeah.
You don't get the job done, guess what? The game goes on with or without you. Sure, it's fun when you're tagging along and contributing. And I agree. Accountability is huge. That's what we haven't not had here in a long time. I mean, you and I, we were talking about earlier too, how we went up and down three or four times before we finally caught on.
1, 2, 3 inning for Shoemaker. 7 pitches. He's got 6 up, 6 down, and a 1-0 lead. Nothing as we go to the top of the third. Here's a reminder to step up your hat game tomorrow. Come to Safeco Field, 7:10 start time. Fedora night. There's 20,000 fans. We have one. Don't we have one here in the booth?
Yeah, it's on your head.
No, not the one we're giving out tomorrow. Our fashionable cap, professional hat that both guys and girls can enjoy. Get tickets for Fedora night when the Mariners take on the Tigers at Mariners.com. Oh, here it is, right here. I got it.
A little difference in those two, huh?
Yeah, it's a 20,000. Come on, this is what we're going to be giving away. This is one of mine, but it's going to wear well. We've seen people give these away the last couple of years in Anaheim and Texas. Glad to see the Mariners getting on board here. The spirit of things should be fun tomorrow night. Jay Buhner with us here in the booth as the Mariners look at Cole Calhoun, who's ahead in the count 2-0. He walked and scored in the first inning. Strafe shot to the gap. Jones play it on the hop.
It's fun to watch him, man, because the whole way he's tracking, and he just, he doesn't want to concede a base hit because he's getting ready to stretch out and Superman for it, and then he knows, okay, I got to pick my spots, when to be aggressive, when not to be.
And then he almost overran it because of the speed. He had to reach back with his bare hand as the ball checked up on him.
It's athletic, man.
Yeah.
But he tracks it all the way in. Look at those eyes, man, watching it all the way in.
Here's Ibar. Seager on the grass at third, takes a couple steps in. There's a bunt.
26 ribbies for him already. That's pretty good.
Oh, I've always thought he's a good player, underrated player.
Absolutely.
He's, you know,
he can hit it short.
And he's one of those guys. If you have a winning club, he's that guy in your lineup. You can have the thumpers, you know, Pujols and Trout and Hamilton that we mentioned, but this guy right here makes a difference over the course of 162 games for you.
He knows his role and he picks it. He makes the routine plays. He can make some really nice, spectacular plays. And then he's a headsy player, because you saw what went on with Franklin. Turn your head for a second. You try to play the game on me and back pick me. And as soon as you turn around, walk back to your hold shorts a second, young bucks, guess what? Baseball gods just found you, didn't they?
At some point,
I bet it won't happen again.
Well, at some point this summer, he will try the same thing with Frank. He'll try to back pick him. We've seen him do that all the time.
Oh yeah.
Omar might have been the best.
But that's a veteran guy.
Omar.
Hey, rookie, you can't play that on a veteran guy. I loved it. You could see it happening. Bannering, he turned Bannering with him. Hey, what are you trying to do? All right. All right. Game on.
0-2 here to Ibar. Put in play. Chance to go around the horn again. And Ibar, good speed, and Franklin never got a chance to really get a good throw there. Good job by Calhoun to break that up.
We'll take a look. It's Calhoun. Throw a little bit wide. I think Kyle was able to get it to him in plenty of time. Maybe didn't get a real good grip on it. He didn't have anything on the throw as Calhoun slides through the bag. That's a good hard slide by Calhoun.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's right.
Right, Michael? That's what we talk about. Play the game right. Respect the game. But when you can't use that backside clamp and use the bag for protection.
Well, and that's the difference. If he doesn't go in hard like that, he probably has time to get a better grip on the ball and put more on it to turn the double play. So it's a good slide by Calhoun.
Feel those footsteps coming down at you.
Ibar on via the fielder's choice brings up Mike Trout.
You know, I know playing the game, that was one of the fun things. One of the things you look forward to doing is taking a guy out at second base.
Especially when you're struggling. You finally get down to first.
It's a little aggression in that slide.
That's a great call.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to see Felix last night?
It was awesome to watch.
He was electric, wasn't he?
Oh man.
Second
it was funny too. He didn't want to give it up, but you could tell he was gassed. But I mean, that guy is he's special. He was throwing 94 last night.
He topped out at 95.
Yeah, I was like, wow, he got a little extra giddy up.
Is that the second or third start in a row where first inning? Mike and I looked at each other.
Second in a row. Yeah, he was coming back from when he was sick, had the flu and lost.
95.
Right. Yeah, he lost 9 pounds and just wasn't the same. And then his last outing against Houston, you could see it. He had everything back, and then last night he brought it again against the Angels, and he was tough.
Plus, he's got about 2 months now where he's getting a little bit stronger and getting that real arm strength up underneath him. The sea legs are all there, and so now he knows when he can stretch it out a little bit more.
I said this, I don't know when it was, probably 2 or 3 starts ago, with him looking at his overall numbers, and it would be nice to see him go out and win 20 games. And he has a chance now, 7-1 record overall. To see him, he certainly has earned some of the run support that he's starting to get this year.
And that's the key. Is the Mariners are scoring runs now.
Right.
And they're doing it in a lot of different ways. You know, and I think early in the game too, what I've been noticing too, they're taking advantage of the gimme runs. They're not, you know, there's nothing a gimme in this game, but you know, sometimes all you got to do is hit a ball up the middle or hit a ball the other way. They're giving up the run at third base. Those early runs, take them. Take them, because for them it's been coming back and paying huge dividends.
Well, you know, I go back to Cano again early in the season as now ends up walking Trout, but early in the season there was a couple of at-bats that he had, and granted everybody wants to go up there and get their hits, but a runner on third with 1 out, you'd see him go up there
give himself up.
Well, in the first 2 pitches and he hits a ground ball out to second, yeah, he makes an out there, but you pick that run up and he's not up there messing around and keyhole and trying to get a perfect pitch. He's getting the job done and moving along, and then all of a sudden you can see the rest of the guys buy into that, because you have your star in the lineup doing it. You bet it does.
And he's got the 3 sacrifice flies too.
Yeah, I mean, he does everything right.
And then he's got no problem walking up, putting his arm around somebody, going, "Hey, let's go."
Yeah, that has to happen.
Strike 1 to David Freese.
He's also hitting .330, and when they pitched him with guys on base, he typically hits a line drive somewhere. That helps.
Well, I think early with the start of the year, that's what we talked about. Why would you pitch to him? I mean, he's the one guy in the lineup that can hurt you, so he's probably going to get walked a lot. But now he's got some guys hitting behind him a little bit. So
there's a pop-up. Smoke might have a play. He does. 2 outs. David Freese pops out. 2 outs, 2 on for Howie Kendrick.
Well, I could take a little off right there, get them out in front, let them get themselves out, baby.
Sacrifice fly by Mike Trout in the first inning, the only run tonight.
When he's needed a double play ball, he's gotten it. Been able to get himself out of trouble.
Kendrick flied out to right. Detroit comes in this weekend. One earlier today. Matter of fact, probably very well could be here right now. They played an afternoon game down in Oakland. There's a 1-1.
Toronto turned it around.
Oh, unbelievable.
Good grief.
Miller thought about going to second. Had enough wherewithal and enough arm to throw out Kendrick for the final out. Run down that Detroit series when we come back. Nothing Angels on a Mike Trout first inning sacrifice fly. Coming up, Mariners will be wrapping up this homestand with the Detroit Tigers coming to town. Pitching matchups: Justin Verlander against Sashi Iwakuma, Drew Smyly against Chris Young, and Max Scherzer against Roenis Elias. We'll have all of the games for you here on Root Sports. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Mariner Hall of Famer Jay Buhner, right above the A and safe go field. And Mike and I were talking about that, being in the back seat of our cars, the dad's back in the home. We had similar experiences. Hey, cut that out. Remember that one?
It's amazing how long your dad's arm is, isn't it?
That's a great call.
You think you're just far enough out. Nope. It was usually that finger that had the ring on it, too.
Wow. Justin Ackley leads off. A lot of shared experiences, boys.
Oh, yeah.
That was our CenturyLink link to what's next, by the way.
It's good to see Ack cleaned up the beard a little bit, huh?
Trimmed it.
Yeah. No baby chicks hanging out in there anymore.
See Brian Wilson of the Dodgers.
Oh my gosh. What part of him?
I haven't seen them in a while.
The hairdo or the beard or
largely shaved. It looked like he had a little thing in the back,
yeah,
and then the beard was probably down to the Dodgers on his chest. Ground ball to Kendrick.
Braided.
Part of it.
Yeah. The little beads in it.
Meanwhile, boys, Shoemaker's gone 7 up, 7 down.
We'll see if Mike Zunino can keep things going. Mike 2 for 3 last night. Hit his 7th home run in the game. Drove in all 3 runs for the Mariners.
Earlier today in getaway day games, Detroit at Oakland 5-4 win. Texas and Minnesota same score.
You know, Oakland finally lost, huh? Wow. They just keep doing it, don't they?
Sure enough. Goodness for Minnesota. Nice to see earlier this. I think it was earlier this week. Josh Willingham is back.
I saw him hit a home run today in Minnesota, up over the bullpen into the second deck.
Oof. Left center field.
Strong man, yes. Left center field.
He's done a nice job since he got over there, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Fit in good. They needed that.
Broken bat Looper. Here's Ibar making a play. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. On the road, makeup game in New York, Atlanta for night game and a day game, and then 4 with Tampa Bay, and then we come back for the Yankees and Texas.
So 4 with Tampa Bay, including the off day.
Including the off day. We're going to be there for a week.
Yeehaw. I'd be in trouble there. I'd be out fishing every morning, that's for sure. I used to love to go in there, do a little night fishing after the game, go catch some of those rat tarpons up underneath the docks and the lights. Ooh, that was fun. Loved it, man. Loved it. You guys liked your golf. I liked the rip lips.
Yeah.
I loved it.
What about the alligators?
I don't like them, but didn't have to worry about that in the salt water. Not where we were going. Get back in the brackish and the glades a little bit. You got to be a little aware of it, but not too often.
Quick worker, Matt Shoemaker, 2-1 here to Brad Miller.
So tell me about a little bit about Brad Miller.
Struggling, trying to figure things out. I know after his last game, Lloyd seemed encouraged. He had a couple of walks. Felt that he was starting to get, just trying to get things back in the strike zone, trying to be an aggressive in the strike zone. He kind of was getting to a point, Jay, where I think he was swinging at just about everything. We talked about it with you know, for Brad, how aggressive he is, and I think that started to catch up to him, and now he's just trying to zone things up and try to find that happy medium, which is a difficult thing, I think, for young players at times.
And you got 41 punch outs and 146 at bats. That means you're hacking at a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Or lately not hacking. He went from being aggressive to non-aggressive. So that's the tough thing, is keeping that same approach from the time you're on an on-deck circle up to the box.
Good split.
So your news here, Matt Shoemaker, perfect through 3, 9 up, 9 down, 1-0 lead.
Angie Mentink here with you at the Ford Sports Desk. This is the finale between the Mariners and the Angels, and we're curious, where are you watching the game? Who are you with? So we hope that you will send us a picture or two. What do they say? A picture's worth 1,000 words. Tweet your photos using the hashtag MarinersFanPhoto for a chance to have it shown later in the game. It's brought to you by AT&T. Guys, back upstairs to you.
All right, Angie, I know some guys who are watching from Steubenville, Ohio. Big Red, friend of Rich Donnelly, the Mariners' third base coach. I saw Rich earlier today. He said, the boys back in Steubenville, Ohio, watching Mariner baseball. Raul Ibanez.
Some familia in San Antonio that are watching.
There you go. Raul popped out to shortstop first time up.
Talk about a guy that has some money RBIs. This guy, about ready to be 42, and he just keeps on going. Good man right there.
42 in early June. 1-2 here to Raul.
And still a specimen.
It's amazing.
Oh, his off-season workout regimen is second to none. It's amazing. Ooh, that was filthy. What did that miss? It didn't. There we go.
Dan Iasonia
even made the umpire buckle. They call me Jelly. So I just got jelly legged.
2-2. Oof. Way behind on that one. So Maurer,
strike 4.
Records his first strikeout. He's walked 3. The first walk did score on the sac fly by Trout in the first inning.
Ralph was a little tardy on that one, wasn't he? Then again, it was paint. That's why. Just trying to live for another pitch.
Running off the outside corner.
Bring up C.J. Crone.
Still amazed that he is still going at it.
That's what we were talking
I can
about.
remember being down in the instructional league, and he and I were catching.
I remember that.
I think he was 18 or 19 years old. Yeah, you're laughing now.
Yeah, because I was going, how's it going over there, buddy? As we're walking in for lunch. And you're still catching bullpens.
Yeah, that was a good time.
You do it, bud.
Yeah, that was a good time. But we're all still going.
I know.
Just a kid trying to figure things out. He and I think he was an A-ball at the time.
Oh, that sounded crispy.
Well struck. Deep center field. Off the fence. C.J. Crone going to dig for 3.
Oh, throw him out.
Throw by Jones. Not in time.
That's a pretty good arm.
He's got a great arm.
Man, I like it.
That ball got charged up.
So that's a kid that just runs out of real estate. Otherwise, he runs that down.
Crone.
He's been a good call-up for them.
Yes,
Since he's been up, he's really hit the ball hard. He hit a home run the other night here at Safe, going a high fastball.
He was behind in that count, 0-2.
On a play like that, Jay, as he's going back, is that something he'll learn, that he's not going to get to it and maybe hold him to a double, play it off the wall?
I think so. Play the carom. Because there's certain times, I mean, on a pitch like that, sometimes as an outfielder and a defender, you got to tip your hat. And so you play the carom and maybe throw him out at second base.
Right.
If you know, I mean, a lot of it's knowing your runner too, Michael. I mean, I don't fault him right there for. I mean, it's not known as being a super fast runner. So, and he feels like you get to no man's land where you're like, I think I got a chance to get this. So you stay with it.
And I think as a young player with the speed that you want him, and I know,
be aggressive
and try to catch everything, and he'll learn those things as he moves along. Don't you like the timing of it and the hitters and their speed and all that stuff? But right now, go try to catch everything if you can.
And he'll get more comfortable out there with the angles and caroms off the wall and counting the steps around the warning track and how many steps he's got left, and that'll help him where he can maybe pull up a little bit. Be able to see kind of where he's at and be able to pick up ball and see both. But I like it. Stay aggressive right there. You never know. Go gadget arm, throw it up, and finds leather.
Right.
0-2 here to Hank Conger. Big shift on against Hank. Triple by Crone, the third hit.
That ball was juiced too, and probably most ballparks that's probably out. So he still almost ran it down.
There's a good pitch. Wow, that is.
Stay right there, man.
Conger caught looking. That's the second strikeout of the ballgame and of the inning.
It's just a perfect pitch. 91 miles an hour running off the outside corner.
Yeah. 2 outs, man at third for Grant Green.
Keep throwing it there, and I mean, you know, it's kind of hard to get hurt right there, isn't it?
It is.
Down at the knee. A lot of new faces the Angels are running up.
They hope to have Hamilton back in a week, 10 days. Grant Green getting some time. Crone, a newbie, and there's a base hit to center field. That's going to score the run. 2-0.
Coming up and contributing.
Grant Green with an RBI. That's his 6th. Join the fun here at Safeco Field when you stop by the Seattle Children's Playfield located in center field. Your youngsters are going to enjoy the playground while you watch the guys play on the field live from HD TVs, and we look forward to seeing you and the entire family here at the ballpark. Top of the order, and Cole Calhoun for the 3rd time as we play here in the 4th inning. Walked and scored in the first, single to center in the 3rd inning.
Did you talk to Paul Sorrento at all, Mikey?
I talked to Paulie.
It's good to see him, huh?
Yeah, it's great to see him, and he it's an interesting thing. In fact, when we were in Anaheim, and we were there when Baylor had that accident, and hopefully, yeah, it was, and hopefully he's doing well. But I hadn't thought about it. I knew that Paulie was in the minor leagues basically being the roving hitting instructor, and I knew that Dave Hansen was the assistant hitting coach for the Angels, and Baylor was the guy, and then Baylor goes down. So I just assumed that Hansen would just take over, and that would be that. But I was actually, that morning I was talking to Norm. We were talking about Baylor and what had happened, and he asked me, he goes, well, is Paulie going to come up? And I said, you know what, I didn't think of that. I don't know. And he was at the ballpark that day, so I got a chance to see him, which was great. I
sent him a text. I go, so when you going up, and when's your flight? And he's like, what are you talking about? He didn't even know. He had no clue. I go, dude, you watch TV at all? Go check it out. Baylor went down. He's like, what? And so he's like, sure enough, the next day he was immediately up. So 2 pretty good guys too, and Dave and him. So they'll work great together.
And I saw you here yesterday. You were down by the batting cage talking to Paulie. Yeah, it's good for him.
One of our favorite people, isn't he? Favorite teammates.
Yeah.
And there's a strike to Calhoun. Last week we saw one of Paulie's long home runs in a pregame show. We were in Texas last time. Here's another strike, 3-2.
Yeah, I thought I was going to go out of the whole state.
Yeah. He took out a concession stand, didn't he?
He had some stupid pop. That was a deadly offense, man, back then. Woo! 1-9, baby. We were going to rock your world.
That was a long home run that he hit.
There's another guy that did a heck of a job over there at first base.
Yeah.
Good hands, could move well.
Absolutely. Sam Michael being the roving hitting instructor, now he's back in the show, man.
Yeah.
And he might be here all year, because with Don and his condition, you know, and as severe as that was, it'd probably good not to rush him back. There he is. Big mulligan.
Another walk by Mauer, his 4th.
Back home. Get to see the boy, his kiddos, his Arabella. Always happy to be back.
Mauer in some trouble. 2 outs, a run in. Runners at first and second, and Eric Ibar the hitter.
Well, it looked like it was going to be an easy inning for him. You saw the triple, but then he comes back and gets the strikeout, has a couple of outs, has a chance to walk off the field without giving up a run, and gives up the base hit to Green, and then the walk to Calhoun. Now he's in trouble again with Ibar. Ibar 1 for 2. And a base hit his first time up.
Well, with that fastball, you know, leaking away right there, it's been a good pitch for him. Just can't be consistent with it.
Strike one, Eric. Flip side of the story, young Matt Shoemaker of the Angels, 9 up, 9 down through 3.
Oh boy, jinxing.
73 pitches so far for Mauer, working here in the 4th. Tipped through a lot of pitches. There's a slow curveball and missed with it. It's been the hardest thing for him, trying to get deep into games, throwing a lot of pitches.
And then he gets back into a fastball count and gets hurt. That's the problem.
1-1 Ibar. Two and one.
And another good play by Mike Zunino behind the plate. Well, we're just getting to the point now where we start to take him for granted. Just expect him to keep everything in front of him all the time. It's not that easy. Does a really good job behind the plate.
4 walks for Mauer, tying his career most in a game. He's done it 3 times. Last 3 starts now. Slap foul.
There you can see it's 77 total, 44 strikes. First pitch strikes, he's okay. He's faced 20 batters, 14 first pitch strikes for him.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on.
We'll just hope he continues to keep limiting the damage.
2-0 lead for the Angels. Pitch to Ibar. No play for Seager.
Easy. And
nice
a good
catch.
Yeah.
All right. Nice job. Had it all the way.
Well, he brought his glove for a reason. Wow, he had to make an adjustment to it, too, over the head.
That's nice. Down there, Big Low. There's Big Low right behind him.
He's always getting some airtime, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
2-2.
That kid's wearing the Shockers uniform. Good little select program.
That gets through Zunino. Ball 3. Now,
See,
move up.
We were just talking about it. See that? Never fails. Through the wickets.
It'll be a wild pitch. We'll take a look at it. Trying to backhand it.
And he knows he should have caught that.
Now you got Ibar 3-2. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Pitch from Mauer. Hit well.
Stay in here.
Right field. Deep. Trouble. Gone. 3-run homer, Eric Ibar. 5-0 Angels. And Mike, there he is again. So many ways he can beat you.
That's 29 ribbies for him as a shortstop.
He is some kind of player. Got it on a 3-2 pitch. Rode it out of here for his 4th home run, and it gives him 29 runs batted in.
Well, he gets a fastball at 95 miles an hour, but it's in the middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it. Take a look at his swing. Stays on his backside. Backlegger, right, Jay?
Absolutely.
Throws the barrel at it.
Right now he's yelling, "Bat boy, come get it." That was definitely backlegging right there, Michael.
Yeah. It's one of the things that we talked about with Mauer, too. Just he was doing fine, and all of a sudden the big inning ends up getting him again here.
He's getting burned in the fastball count.
Yep.
He's just, you know, when you get a guy with 2 strikes, put him away. Save some of those curveballs. It's just that tailing fastball he's throwing. It was money.
Strike 1 to Mike Trout. No stirring in the Mariner pen. Drops a breaking ball in there. Trout drove in the first run in inning number 1 with a sacrifice fly.
He's going, thanks. I appreciate you getting him off the fastball. There's a little bitterness in that one right
He
there.
threw it with some anger, didn't he? Good.
I agree.
I like it.
Try to get that from the first inning on. He walked from that bullpen somehow, huh?
Slow roller. Trout can motor. Throws it away. And Trout will get the second.
That will be a base hit, E5.
And indeed is the ruling. Trout's aboard.
Well, he's playing deep with Trout hitting, but he also has some of the best speed in the American League. And Kyle, like, maybe crossed up a little bit on his steps, did not have a good grip on it. Steps weren't quite right, knowing he has to get rid of it in a hurry with Trout running. Yeah, you can see it right there. He throws a changeup.
Ball took a little hop to the outside and a deflection off the outside of the hand.
Big innings have really been costly to Mauer. Here's David Freese. He's the 8th man to hit here. Swings through. And all this damage coming with 2 outs to get a strikeout, a triple, a strikeout. And a walk, 3-run homer, now an infield hit. Mixing a wild pitch in there as well. Down to Seager. Goes across to get Freeze, but the Angels send 8 men to the plate, score 4 runs on 4 hits, an error, and leave a man. They've opened up a 5-0 lead.
Angie Mentink with you at the Ford Sports Desk. You know, my mom said it is not polite to stare, but you just can't help yourself when you look at the numbers that Edwin Encarnacion is putting up for the month of May. Today he hits home runs number 15 and 16 for the month. It ties him with Mickey Mantle as the only AL player to hit 16 in May. Barry Bonds has the record for the NL with 17 home runs in May. The record, by the way, for any month is 20. That was done by Sammy Sosa. But guys, you see Junior on this list with 15. You remember when he got off to that amazing start in May back in 1980 or 94.
It's good stuff for sure. And you guys were right there.
That's a fuego right there. I mean, some guys will go, that's 1 month. Guys are going hoping on the whole year they get that. And especially nowadays too. Some of these arms, and this is definitely a pitcher's error, it seems to be like, and he's just making it look like Nintendo.
James Jones, second time around. Shoemaker 9 up, 9 down. Really going.
Yeah.
Foul ball.
Well, let's see if the Mariners offense can put some pressure on Shoemaker. They haven't had a base runner yet. Back to the top of the lineup, and maybe if Jones can get on, put some speed on the bases.
3 strikeouts for Shoemaker going against the Mariner lineup without Robinson Cano, under the weather, scratch right before batting practice tonight. 1-2. Didn't go, says Dale Scott.
Dale Scott, one of the last. Man, I mean, all these umpires anymore, I can't keep up with all of them. They're so young.
Good umpire.
He's a great umpire.
Yeah.
And a good man.
Grew up in Portland, Eugene area. Here's Trout coming on. Trout coming on. Can't get it. Base hit.
Look at this. Double. I love it.
Great hustle.
Golf clap right there. I love it.
James Jones hustling all the way. Ends the 9-up, 9-down run of Matt Shoemaker.
That's right out of the box, Michael.
Yeah, he's watching, and as soon as he sees the ball land on the outfield grass, he didn't hesitate. Makes a good turn coming around first and then turns on the speed as he dives in. Good effort by Trout.
It's a great effort.
See how tight he was when he came around first.
Man.
Just a perfect turn.
Drop that shoulder, pump that outside
With the 2
arm.
strides, he was at full speed.
Good rotation by the umpires. Third base umpire and crew chief Dale Scott making that call at second base.
It's fun to watch.
It is fun to watch.
It'd be nice to have been able to do that for like a day, huh? Oh, I love it. Stay aggressive like that. Man. And that's the great thing about Lloyd that he's brought back, man. Just go play, have fun, stay aggressive, and a great communicator with these kids.
Lloyd with Trent Jewett as bench coach. Franklin way out front, 1-1.
That started with him in spring training. He told them all, you have tools in your toolbox. Go ahead and show me what you have. Use them. Go. Play. It's great.
That's what got you here.
Yeah.
That's what's hopefully going to keep you here.
The Mariners trying to respond after the Angels sent 8 men to the plate, 4 runs on 4 hits, helped by an error in the top half of this inning.
I like it, man. Let it go. Don't try to hold up and get hurt.
I don't think I've seen that since Chris Bosio. Remember Boz used to do that.
But when a guy would get time?
Yeah, if it was late like that, yeah, he would just go ahead and finish and just throw it to the backstop.
So would Unit.
Yeah. He would throw it with something on it, though.
Yes, he would. And usually it was somewhere in the vicinity of the hitter's head. About 10 feet up, but.
1-1 to Franklin. 1-2. Nick struck out his first time.
Stay balanced, kid. Stay balanced. Amazing what that front foot will do, huh? Get that thing soft.
It's in the dirt. 2-2 to Nick Franklin with Michael Saunders on deck.
There's that splitty.
He's in great shape with his pitch count. Just 46 pitches working here in the 4th.
Strikes out for the second time tonight. That's 4 strikeouts on the evening for Shoemaker. 1 out here in the 4th. Calling all students. Take a break from the books and head to Safeco Field tomorrow for college night. Only $10. You're going to pick up a ticket to the Mariners-Tigers game. Enjoy happy hour pricing up until first pitch, including $5 beers. Plus, it's Mariners Fedora night, free to the first 20,000 fans. So get your tickets right now at mariners.com/college. 1 out with James Jones at second. Here's Michael Saunders, strikeout victim, ending the first inning.
Yeah, I was talking to Mark Kubica before the game about Shoemaker, and he was telling me about that split. He likes to throw it to the left-handed hitters, and he threw a couple of good ones to Nick on that last at-bat.
Well, I like it because it starts off right about where his fastball is, and he takes enough off that it tumbles straight down. So talk about changing the eye level.
Rip to right.
But that one didn't tumble enough.
Is gone. A home run, a line drive. Home run by Michael Saunders. A 2-run shot. Sundo with the home run, his 3rd of the year. RBIs 18 and 19.
I wait a jinxing. Like it.
No doubt about it.
It's a good thing you didn't try to catch that out there, a fan.
Well,
Saunders his hand off.
would have. Saunders originally hitting second in the lineup. Cano a late stretch, so they dropped Michael into the 3 spot. And this looks like a bad breaking ball. It is the curveball just spinning in the middle of the plate. And Michael covers it up. He has been hot in his last 10 games. Again, hitting .378 with 10 RBIs. We'll give him 12 RBIs in his last 11 games now with that 2-run home run for Michael, his 3rd home run of the year.
So now a 5-2 Angel lead. Here's Smoke taking a strike.
That'll hunt, huh? Ooh, sounding crispy, too. Gonna replace that seat.
Here's a drive to center field off the bat of Smoke. Trout going back, and he's at the track and makes the play. Didn't get enough.
Getting the weight room. Wow. Grown man. Golly. Wrong part of the ballpark, Michael. What's he doing?
And a little bit of breeze blowing in tonight. High fly ball out to right. It looked like Trout was ready to jump, try to get up on the wall, but he didn't have to. Catches it right in front of the wall. They thought they were going to get a souvenir.
And the crowd goes, ugh.
Here's Kyle Seager. It's one foul.
Yeah, I like seeing a little back-to-back yakety yak.
Talking to Zunino after that the ball he hit last night to center field. He had his eye on Trout too. He was afraid he was going to catch it. And we were
It
up
was
here
close.
thinking, yeah, it was. Had a lot of hang time.
Well, he's made a lot of highlight reels, and I mean, that's one kid that loves to try to be Spider-Man, climb that wall. There's an art to it. There's no doubt. He practices it.
You were talking about it earlier on the radio, just the different personalities in the game. That kid seems to have fun playing.
Absolutely. We love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love watching him, too. There's just some kids that, you know, the way they carry themselves, and there's no doubt he respects the game. He takes pride in the uniform he wears, and he plays hard, man. He plays the game right.
Jones does the same thing, and he's just starting out. Zunino's another one. 1-2. Shoemaker retired the first 9 that he faced, then gives up a double, strikeout, 2-run homer, fly to center. Now he's 2-2 to Seager.
And we'll see what will happen at the top of the fifth. Dominic Leone getting loose in the pen for the Mariners. You got a chance to see Dominic throw much? He has been outstanding.
I think a couple of games, the first game I did, he was raving about him. It's got good stuff.
Seager strikes out, but the Mariners are back on the board here. Double by Jones, 2-run shot by Saunders, and this lady comes up with a nice souvenir. Michael Saunders' 3rd home run as the Mariners back in the ballgame at 5-2. baseball on Root Sports, being brought to you by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Seattle City Light. Visit seattle.gov/WePower for more information. And by Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box and try the new Jack's Blazing Chicken Sandwich. It's Jack's hottest sandwich yet. Joined by Mariner Hall of Famer Jay Buhner, Dave Sims, and Mike Flowers above the A at Safeco Field here at the ballpark tonight. New pitcher for the Mariners. Brandon Mauer's night is done after 4 innings, and he got knocked around. Dominic Leone's going to take over, but first a look at the numbers put up by Mauer.
4 innings pitched, 6 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. He walked 4 batters, had 2 strikeouts, 85 pitches, 50 of those for strikes for Mauer.
Mariners back in the ball game. Saunders a 2-run homer. Here's Dominic Leone.
Dominic, his 19th appearance on the year, 1-0 record, a 1.29 ERA. He has really pitched well. 24 strikeouts and 21 innings pitched. Opponents hitting 192 off of Dominic, and I think as soon as that ball from Saunders left the ballpark, that's when Lloyd ended up getting Dominic up. Now the Mariners were able to get a little bit closer within 3 runs of the game. He decided to make a change.
Leone will face Kendrick, Ibanez, and C.J. Crone.
It's another kid that's taking advantage of the opportunity, right?
Boy, I'll say.
19 appearances already.
Howie Kendrick launches 1 foul.
1.29 ERA out of the pen. And I think the thing that he has done that has given Lloyd a lot of confidence in him. Yeah, he's pitched well, but he typically will come in, Jay, and he will pound the strike zone with a good fastball and get ahead of hitters. You have to like that. But right now he's 5th in the American League as far as relievers go in ERA.
Wow.
I think he wants to stick around for a while.
Yeah. I like it too because he gets the ball back and he's right back on the slab ready to go. Here we go. Give me a sign.
And you look at that 1.29 ERA for him. When he first came up, Lloyd would leave him out there. He'd pitch a couple of innings at a time. He wasn't coming in just to get 1 out.
And Zunino. Boy, he wore that one.
Yeah, that took a bite out of him, right on the chin.
Another battle scar.
Rob Nodine, Lloyd McClendon out of the dugout to take a look at Mike as we take a look at our McDonald's Supermo and the foul tip.
That'll rattle the ears a little bit.
Now you can see that extension on the bottom of his mask. What a great invention that has been. Otherwise, that's right in the Adam's apple.
It's better than wearing that big old flap they used to do.
Right. It still hurts, though.
Feels like warm water coming out your ears right now.
Oh, man, that's a direct shot. And the other thing, too, we talked about this a couple of years ago. Sosha and the guys of your generation used a heavier iron in the mask than what they use that lighter stuff now. And sometimes, talking to some of the old timers, Mike said that sometimes that hurts a heck of a lot more with these lighter alloys that they use as opposed to back when you guys were playing, which isn't that long ago. 1-2. Tag applied. And Howie Kendrick is gone.
We'll take another look at it.
Jeez.
I think the other thing, too, Dave, you and I have noticed it, is we're not seeing as many of those hockey goalie-looking masks. I think John Buck is one of the few that still wears that. But does Molina still wear it in St. Louis?
Yachty does, and his brother Jose does with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, there aren't many.
Posey.
Yeah, there were at one point almost all of them were using it, and they've gotten away for the same reason.
Here's Ibanez. 0 for 2.
I think those things just get too big. I mean, how you throw them off and get them out of the way. And
Buck's been doing it for a long time. I guess there's a learning curve.
Yeah, you wear it and you get comfortable with something. It's hard to change.
Yeah.
I put one time. It's claustrophobic for me.
I was going to say, yeah.
Right? I remember talking to Mike and a couple other guys. When you pick up from 20 years ago, that mask so much heavier than the one that Mike's got now.
Yeah, they were rubber coated.
Jones will not be able to get it. He gambled and lost. Ibanez to second, stretching it out. He's going to get to third.
Look at the 42-year-old carry the mail.
Got a hit in the count. A 3-base hit for Ibanez.
Hunting that fastball.
Yep, 2-0 fastball. It's a good pitch on the outside corner, but ahead in the count.
So that gets back to what you were talking about earlier, Michael. When to be aggressive and when not to be aggressive. Ball down like that, line drive, maybe you pull up, keep him to a single. Young kid trying to be aggressive. I get it. Sometimes you can be a little over aggressive.
Second
If
triple
anything,
for Ibanez.
You got to give up your body and keep it in front. Sorry, Dave. Don't let it get by you.
Mariners bring their infield in, trying to cut the run down at the plate. But I think the thing that I like is him being aggressive, and I think it's easier. I think you agreed, Jay, that to try to rein him back a little bit as he moves along, as opposed to getting somebody and making them try to go make plays for you.
Absolutely. Get him out of his comfort zone.
He just thinks he can catch everything. I like that. He'll learn.
Good backhand by Zunino. 2-0 to C.J. Cron, who tripled off the wall in center field back in the 4th inning.
We'll also learn that when that ball does get by, it's a long run to get back there and get it. So somehow, some way, try to keep it in front. It's not that easy, but
he is thinking about it now. Right? He's learning.
Yeah, he's wondering, hey, should I pull that? Very nice setup, baby. That's a big pitch right there.
Miller, make the catch.
Like that.
2 outs, man at third. CenturyLink to what's next. You got to like this one. Justin Verlander against Sashi Iwakuma will get that series with the Tigers started tomorrow night. Our coverage begins at 6:30.
I like it. Get a Cy Younger when he's down a little bit. 5-4 with a 4 ERA plus. That's not typical Verlander-ish. And Scherzer the same way coming in. He's getting beat up a little bit. It's been hot, cold, hot, cold. So maybe the Mariners are timing at the right time, because those guys can be that's a rough series facing those two guys.
I guess you can look at it that way, or they're due to get things turned around.
Yeah. That's not my thought process. Is trying to keep it positive. Oh, good. We're going to get them when they're down. Keep it that way.
Hank Conger.
Mariners have the shift on again. Brad Miller on the right side. Nick Franklin out on the outfield grass. Expect him to pull the ball on the ground.
It's funny you say that, Michael. That's the cat and mouse and the mental side of the game that you always play with yourself, isn't it?
It is.
One day you look at it from the bright side, and the other day it's a doomer of a day. You go 2 for 2 your first couple ABs, it's like everything's gravy. 0 for 2, you're trying to get invisible up there sometimes.
Hard to do, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. Sometimes it's a moral victory just getting drilled. Oh, this is what.
And you're happy about it.
This is what first base feels like. Ooh, can I have that?
1-2.
Keep the ball.
Hank a walk and a strikeout looking tonight. Leon on in relief of starter Brendan Maurer. Went just 4 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 4 walks, 2 Ks.
You guys got to be excited going to Atlanta, hot Atlanta, huh? Change it up a little bit. Place you guys haven't. I mean, that'd be cool.
I think we were there in 08.
Yeah, it's been a while. Come on, give it to him. Let's go. It's around the plate. Never mind.
No, go ahead. I was going to. Yeah, do you have a beef about how they're calling the upper and lower ends of the zone?
Nah, I think they've been pretty consistent for the most part.
All right.
I mean,
I'm talking about in general, not tonight.
No, I know. I think they've been.
Dan's done a good job tonight.
I think they've been really pretty consistent. That's a thankless job.
2-2.
Especially now with the replay. You're really hung out to dry, aren't you? You're sitting out there the whole time going, am I going to be the hee-haw or did I get it right, you know?
Or even this right here with the tracer, we show it all the time. These guys are calling 300 pitches in a night, and
But sometimes, too, you know.
Our expectation is for him just to get them all right.
I agree. But when you're hitting, it's wrong. You know?
Yeah.
You're running down and looking at that pitch, replay on the monitor down below, playing it back. But it's what crosses the plate.
It's a good battle. This will be the 8th pitch coming up. That was a good cut fastball. Try to get it in on his hands.
Hank went 0 for 3 last night. Played in the first game and went 0 for 2. Banya's at third. Second triple of the season. 2-2. Right into the shift. There's Franklin.
I love that shift.
Throws him out. No harm done by the gamble by James Jones in center that turned the Ibanez blast into a triple. Nothing across. It's Angels 5-2. Of wireless restrictions. A guy that is year in and year out giving the Mariners trouble. Eric Ibar, this time he goes yard on a 3-2 pitch in the 4th inning, a 3-run homer. That broke it open to a 5-0 lead for the Angels. Mariners have subsequently come back on a 2-run homer by Saunders to make it 5-2.
Now that home run, the 4th home run of the year for Ibar, and the difference in this game. Romero, the DH. This is a tough day when it's the DH. He had his first at bat in the 2nd inning. It's probably been an hour since he's been to the plate.
Check swing, comebacker. Shoemaker flips over to C.J. Crone. 1 out.
That's when you want to just keep running right down the line, jump over the fence. It's like, really? I just sat an hour to do that, and I did not mean to do that.
It's tough.
Oh yeah, especially when you're a young kid too. I like him. I like that kid.
Yeah.
I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. It might not happen this time. You never know, man. And it might not happen in this uniform.
Dustin Ackley, the hitter. Grounded out second his first time up. Ibar charges, gets rid of it. Nice play, 2-0.
Oh, huh?
Get on base with incredible savings of freedom of riding Sound Transit to plan your next trip. Visit soundtransit.org. Moving along here. Safeco Field, 5th inning. 5-2 as the ferry departs.
That was a good example, Jay, of what we were talking about earlier with Jones in center field and learning the runners and making decisions on things. Ibar knows that Ackley can get down the line, and you can see how quickly he charged that ball and got rid of it because he knew. Veteran shortstop.
4 pitches for Shoemaker in the 5th inning. Very quietly go the Mariners. It's 5-2 Angels.
$19, and over half of those 13 wins have been come from behind victories. Tonight, it's the Mariners that'll need to come from behind. Hi, everyone. Angie Mentink here. The magic of Safeco Field. It could happen. They could come back. And I'm talking about the magic of Safeco Field we see in our AT&T fan photos of the game. Look at Jeff. He met his future wife here at Safeco Field, and you see the shirts now. I said yes. They just got engaged. And Kent sent this of baby Keely. Baby Keely is awake now, and I bet she will be awake at about 2 a.m. Kent, best of luck tonight. Guys, back upstairs to you. Keep sending us these photos, and we hope to show them here either later tonight or in an upcoming broadcast, guys.
All right, Angie, thank you. Good stuff. Top of the 6th inning. Dominic Leone back out there quickly after a 4-pitch inning from Matt Shoemaker. First hitter here is Grant Green, the 9-hole hitting left fielder. He'll be followed by Cole Calhoun and Eric Ibar. Angels with a run in the first on a sacrifice fly by Mike Trout and a 3-run homer. Eric Ibar in the 4th. Backhanded here by Seager. Long throw. Green scooped down that line. Just got him.
Some good wheels right there.
Backhanded play for Kyle. Never in a hurry. Has a strong enough arm to play third. See that right on the money? Gets him by a step.
I mean, next time he'll shuffle through a little bit quicker. Now that he knows he runs down the line, will look pretty good. Keep that in the memory bank.
This kid can run too. Cole Calhoun batting the leadoff spot today. Grant Green drove in the first run in that 4th inning. Then the 3-run homer by Ibar. Back to strike 1-1. Mariners have been held to 2 hits tonight. Didn't get it till the 4th inning after Matt Shoemaker went 9 up, 9 down. Gave up a double to Jones, and 1 out later Saunders a 2-run homer. Albert Pujols getting a night off this evening here for the Angels.
Hasn't slowed him down yet, has it?
Sure has. Ackley shading towards the line, but it's well out of play. Angels leave here and play a weekend series in Oakland, then go for 3 games in Houston. They'll be home for the White Sox on June 6th. And the Mariners don't see them again until the start of the second half. 3 games in Anaheim, July 18, 19, 20.
I always like going to Southern Cal. It was one of the fun trips. It's always nice when you stay on the West Coast, too. That don't happen very often.
Exactly, shading. That's a fair ball. And it ricocheted off the fan. Ground rule double.
Ooh. Good thing. He got lucky right there.
Calhoun's speed, probably a triple if the fan doesn't get a piece of that.
If it runs along the bottom of that wall and kicks around, you never know.
Dustin was playing that way, thought he had a chance to make the catch.
I think it hit right on the cut of that grass.
It looked
Michael.
like it didn't. It kicked it forward, and the fan reached out because that was heading to the corner down in left field. Yep, he helped out.
One out, man at second. Here's Ibar again.
Well, that's when you don't kick the fan out of the ballpark because you say thank you for doing that.
Can I get you a beverage?
Here's the baseball.
The Angels tonight 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position. One of those 2 hits, the 3-run homer by Ibar.
A single and a stolen base in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the third. 3-2 pitch, a 3-run homer in the 4th. That was off of Brandon Mount. That's going to get down for a base hit. Well, Ibar having a big night. 3 hits. Calhoun had to wait and make sure it got down before he advanced to third. Hey, Mariner fans, barbecue pizza. Barbecue recipe pizzas. They've hit the menu at Pizza Hut for a limited time. Try all 3 flavors for just $11. Honey barbecue chicken, smokehouse barbecue, and Hawaiian barbecue. Real barbecue, unreal pizza. Visit pizzahut.com to order now. Brought to you by your locally owned Pizza Hut. Make it great. Aaron Sintop, outstanding work this evening. Great picture. Good job. Hi, baby.
Good thing you got a jacket on up there.
Yeah, because you're feeling it here, aren't you?
I am.
Line drive off the bat of Trout. Scoring is Calhoun, 6-2 Angels. Trout with his second RBI tonight, 37 on the season.
Pretty swing. Short and compact.
It looks like the cutter gets a cutter away from him, hits it right back up the middle.
Wade's going out to have a word with Leone as Joe Beimel heats up. Leone came on and pitched in the 5th inning. Gave up a triple to Ibanez, but left him stranded there. Here in the 6th. Given up 3 consecutive hits after 1 out, a double, a single, and an RBI single. Here's David Freese. He's 0 for 3. One out, and runners at first and second, and we're talking 2 fast runners, and Ibar at second, Trout at first. The other way, foul. Detroit beat Oakland 5-4, Texas 5-4 at Minnesota earlier this afternoon. And Detroit will be coming in. 3 games beginning tomorrow. The ball girl wants to give it some little give, and doesn't want to get up and move. There we go.
Probably didn't want to put the cotton candy down.
Oh, he's got a smile there.
Good kid. One out, 2 on. balls, 2 strikes. Freeze tonight has popped to second, fouled out to the first baseman, and grounded out to third. On deck is Howie Kendrick. Struck him out. Good pitch by Leone. His second strikeout. 2 outs here in the 6th.
Just a good fastball, 93 miles an hour on the outside corner. Late swing by Freeze.
There's Howie Kendrick with 2 out, 2 on. Howie 0 for 3.
0 for 3 tonight.
Slide to right, ground out to short, and strikeout. Howie was Leone's first hitter in the 5th inning and struck out on a 1-2 pitch. There's Franklin. Throw out Kendrick. That bat just exploded as the Angels pick up another run on 3 hits and have a 6-2 lead. Lead in the finale of this 4-game series. Mariners got a rally to win it. Hey, we'd like to wish Juanita Whitener a very happy 97th birthday today from her daughter Elaine Evans. Juanita has been watching nearly every game since the days of Junior, Bone, Edgar, and the big unit from her home in Yakima. Happy birthday, Juanita. Here's Brad Miller to lead it off. Brad Miller, James Jones, Nick Franklin, 9-1-2 against Matt Shoemaker.
3 of the young pups coming up. See what they can do. Get something started right here.
5 strikeouts tonight for Shoemaker. Retired the first 9 men that he faced.
He's pitched well. He came into the game with a 3.18 ERA, and outside of the home run that he's given up to Saunders, he's pitched well.
A little hiccup. That's no offense. It's hang it and bang. That's what's supposed to happen to it.
2-0 to Miller.
Oh boy, there you go. That's an attitude adjuster. Very nice.
Jay, you and I were talking about Brad before the game, and one of the things I was saying is be right on something, get on the fastball, and he hits this fastball hard back up the middle. It's one of the things that we both appreciated about Brett the time that he showed up, his ability to hit a good fastball, but lately a little bit in between.
Right, no doubt. I mean, he was hammering that fastball early part of the season, wasn't he?
Yes.
Showing those wheels was electric. Everybody's like, oh man, that's going to be exciting to watch him play. And
he needed that. That broke an 0 for 10.
The good old, what have you done for me lately? So good for him.
Off-speed pitch, called strike one to Jones, who's 1 for 2, runs scored.
Watch the Rabbits run right here. See somebody carry some mail. Got some speed coming up. See Franklin with a little hidden thunder in there. May walk up into a 3-run. Next thing you know, uh-oh, what just happened?
Well, Saunders due up after Nick already with a 2-run home run in the game.
Crazy game. The minute you let your guard down on that rocking chair, bam.
That hit by Miller in the Mariners' third as Jones fouls one off. He's behind 0-2.
Nobody throwing in the Angels' pen. Only 65 pitches so far for Shoemaker.
How about that 4th inning? 4 pitches, 3 outs. Jones got to do some 2-strike hitting here with Miller at first. Back up to the middle, base hit. Here come the Mariners. Jonesy with 2 hits tonight, 2 for 3.
And a good adjustment from him. This looks like the split. It's down in the zone. It's definitely on the plate, but he stays back just 85 miles an hour and hits it hard back up the middle.
Like that. Look, a little low and just pick it up and put it down. Just drop the barrel. Very nice. Especially with 2 strikes.
Mike Butcher, the pitching coach, is going to make a trip out to the mound.
Kevin Jepson heating up quickly. Shoemaker, mentioned, just called up from AAA Salt Lake City last night. Hector Santiago was lost to an injury. And Sonu going out to break up that confab out there. Here we go, 6-2 Angels. Mariners have the first 2 men aboard here in the 6th inning. With Nick Franklin, Michael Saunders, Justin Smoke still to come. Franklin a little late, fouls it back.
Mariners haven't had many opportunities in this game. Just 1 for 2 with runners in scoring position.
Two. Tight to Nick. Ball and 2 strikes. 2 on here in the 6th.
What do you think, Jay? Straighten him up, come back with a split right here.
Yeah, fastball up, stand him up. He went away, and now a little split finger. Because if he's out in front, he's hoping to get a rollover Beethoven double play maybe too. There it is.
That split in the dirt.
I like it. Attaboy. Oh, baby.
Miller to third, Jones to second. Wild pitch.
I like it.
Well, he did. He came back with the split and spiked it right out in front of home plate. Good job by Brad Miller out at second, taking off.
Now Nick just had a little ground ball to second base, get you a ribby, advance the runner to third. Play a little Mariner winning baseball right here and get back in the game.
Big 2-2 pitch.
He threw the split again, but that was a hanging one. Probably belt high out over the plate.
Two and two. In tight again. Full count.
Making him work. I like it.
Michael Saunders on deck.
Some pressure pitches right here with runners in scoring position.
Here we go. Payoff here to Franklin. Struck him out. Third time Nick is K'd tonight. For Shoemaker, strikeout number 6 as we take a look at our Seattle City light power play.
Michael gets a hanging breaking ball. Line drive into right field. For Saunders, his 3rd home run of the year.
Now Mike Scioscia going to make a pitching change. With runners at second and third, 1 out. Angels lead at 6-2. Kevin Jepson will take over. Hey fans, follow every Mariners game with MLB.com at bat on your favorite mobile phone or tablet. Get live look-ins, instant replay, score, stats, audio, free MLB.tv game of the day, and more. Download on the App Store or visit Mariners.com today. 11,657 on hand. Watch Matt Shoemaker get off to a great start. He just got lifted here in the 6th.
5 in the 3rd, just 4 hits. Couple of runs, both of them earned. Didn't walk anybody. 6 strikeouts, 73 pitches, 46 of those for strikes. And right to the scouting report, good fastball, 89 to 93 miles an hour, was working inside to the left-handers, but the split finger, we saw a lot of those, especially when he was in trouble. But his night is over. Kevin Jepson will take over his 22nd appearance on the year. 4.41 ERA, 24 strikeouts and 16 in a third. Opponents hitting just 169. He's given up a couple of home runs.
A lot of strikeouts.
Great speed out there for the Mariners. Miller at third and Jones at second for Michael Saunders.
Good fastball day. Last night he was topping out at 97 miles an hour. Start Saunders off with a breaking ball in the dirt. Mariners 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. That one hit, the 2-run homer by Saunders.
Big spot here. Mariners need to cash in. late. 1-1.
Trying to cheat on that fastball, huh?
He's done a good job in these situations. The runners at third, less than 2 outs. 6 out of 7 times they've scored.
Yeah. Well, the beauty is he can get it. He can do it a lot of different ways. Just a little ground ball.
1-1 count. 2 on and 1 out. Time called. Mariners with 2 runs on 2 hits in the 4th inning. Here in the 6th, 2 more hits. Outside ball 2-2-1. Jepson ready with the 2-1 pitch. 3-1.
Baby. Get off that 19. 20 looks better than 19, doesn't it? Well, when I was looking up there going, yeah, let's get out of the teens and get in the 20, baby.
Jepson's been up and down with this Angel Ball Club since '08. A 29-year-old right-hander. 3-1 here to Saunders. It's out of play.
Take a look at the swing by Michael Saunders. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Bell tie out over the plate and a little bit late on it.
Three and 2 to Saunders. Slicing drive, deep left field, going back. Green on the track, makes the catch. Tagging is Miller. He'll score. And Jones clapped his hand. He looked like he was angry with himself for not being ready to tag and run there.
I think Michael's the one that's a little upset too, because he thought he got enough of that one.
Saunders picks up his 3rd RBI of the day. It's a 6-3 ball game.
That's 2 now that they backed him right up to the edge of the wall.
Wow.
Justin and now Michael Saunders. It's a good AB.
Once you get 2 strikes, the bottom line is get that runner in, and he was able to do it.
Absolutely.
So 6-3. Jones at second, 2 outs. 5-ball left field. Green's got good speed. Can he get there? He does. What a play. Jepson liked it. Nice effort and a good result for Grant Green, who showed some great speed running down the first and shows that speed again to take away extra bases. And another run for the Mariners. 7th inning, and he's a 5-time All-Star, 2-time Gold Glove winner, and this Saturday he's going to become a Mariner bobblehead for the first time. Robinson Cano bobblehead night when the Mariners take on the Tigers at 7:10. Thanks to Root Sports, it's free to the first 20,000 fans through the gate, so make plans to arrive early at the ballpark to get this great collectible. Go to Mariners.com for tickets. And Seattle film buffs are going to remember this building at the corner of 19th and East Thomas Street on Seattle's Capitol Hill. Set of many scenes for the 1992 film classic Singles. Matt Dillon played the front man in a fictional band, Citizen Dick, as the Seattle sound of the early 90s was brought to the silver screen by Cameron Crowe. And there's other connection to that movie. There's Eddie Vedder, Pearl Jam, played in the boys played in that movie. Good to see him here during batting practice earlier today.
Who's he?
Pretty good.
Yes.
Joe Bimo, third pitcher tonight for the Mariners. And a breaking ball starts off Raul Ibanez. Strike one.
For Bimel, 18th appearance, 2.40 ERA, 10 strikeouts, 4 walks for him. Opponent's hitting .291 off of Joe. Ibanez with a triple his last time up.
He hits this one well deep to right center field. Going back, Jones on the track, and he makes the catch.
Oh boy, nice play. Get up.
He will.
Raul gave it a ride, but Jones ran it down.
That's an awkward way to go in with that knee, man. Oof. Nice job of going back and having awareness of where he is. And we talked earlier about counting the steps on the warning track. Thank goodness for a nice padded wall. Unlike the chain link fences we used to have to run into.
How did you guys do that?
He might learn to throw his feet up, do the Spider-Man like Junior used to right there.
Yeah.
Punch shot. That'll get down for a base hit. It's off the bat of C.J. Crone. He's got 2 hits tonight, a triple back in the 4th inning.
A little flicker right there. Just get it out of there. Again, I love that. I mean, that's the aggressiveness in that kid out there, you know. We were talking about being aggressive and sometimes over-aggressive.
Paid off there.
Yeah, he tracked that the whole way and said, I am going to catch this somehow, some way. And give up my body. I love it. I get some ice after the game.
Here's Hank Conger, switch hitter.
That was the B move for Joe Bimel. He has a great move to first.
And trust me, they know about that too. Griff over there's probably going to throw out the anchor.
Well, you can see the lead he has, a step off the base.
Off the plate. To Hank Conger, 1-0. Two-0. It's against these Angels at Bimel. Picked off, let's see, that was David Freese, 8th inning back on Tuesday, April 1st. Barely had a lead off the bag.
He didn't throw a pitch, did he? Came in out of the bullpen and picked him off.
He did. He picked him off. That was it. Ho hum. He was out of the game.
And he only had like a step and a half off the bag and got him, and clearly got him.
Right there. That was close.
It was like Andy Pettit. He got me one time. I took one step. Next thing I know, Donnie Baseball's tagging me, and I'm like, What just happened? He goes, "You're out." That's what happened. Go grab some bench. Woo. By the way, he's got a great move. Thanks. That's a long run in Yankee Stadium from first base all the way back over to the third base dugout.
And hearing it.
No, I didn't hear anything about that Yankee Stadium.
Or having to jog out to right field and hear it out there.
Yeah, the great little chants they have in Yankee Stadium. That's why you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Roll call at the beginning of the game, and Mariners will hear it on Monday. As Conger works a walk. One out, 2 on.
Mike Marin getting loose in the Angels' pen.
There's Grant Green, bounced into a double play. RBI single to center in the 4th and came around and scored on the 3-run homer by Ibar. And a ground out to 3rd in the 6th. And Kyle Seager very aware now how fast this young man is.
And a great dive and catch to end the inning.
Strike 1 to Grant.
It's a little paint right there. Last couple of closing steps, man. He covered some ground, didn't he?
Taking away possible base hit from Smoke to end the 6th. Versatile player. Canino keeps it in front. Grant Green, 15 games at shortstop at AAA, 5 at third base, 2 at second, 6 in left field.
Well, that's a great block right there. I mean, you just kind of take it for granted, but keep the runners at first and second. A little different story, and they move up second and third with 1 out. Gives your pitcher a heck of a lot of confidence too, doesn't it?
Bouncing ball to Franklin, flipped to Miller for 1, and there's your double play. Second double play turn tonight by the Mariners. We go to the home 7th. It's the Angels 6, the Mariners 3. Department of Imagination. What would you do if you won? Southwest corner, 4th and Pine, found at Westlake for the Robinson Cano bobblehead, getting the tour of Seattle. Dave Sims, Mariners Hall of Famer Jay Buhner, Mike Flowers on hand here. Mariners on the short end, 6-3. And they need to rally here if they're going to win this series. They're 4-3 on the homestand. Mike Marin takes over on the mound. This will be game number 12 for him. ERA, good one, 154. Opponents hitting .231 against him. And he's going to face 5, 6, and 7 in the order.
here in the 7th inning for the Mariners. Angels got on top in the 1st inning, a sacrifice fly by Mike Trout. Meanwhile, the starter, Matt Shoemaker, went 9 up, 9 down before yielding a double. James Jones leading off the 4th. Saunders, an out later, hit a 2-run homer. Meanwhile, in the top half of that inning, the Angels sent 8 men to the plate, got an RBI single from Grant Green and a 3-run homer from Eric Ibar. They added another run in the 6th and an RBI single by Trout. And the Mariners got another run in the home 6th on a sacrifice fly by Saunders. So he's driven in all 3 runs, just like last night when Zunino drove in all 3 runs. Martin, the 3rd pitcher tonight for the Angels. Breaking ball 1 here to Kyle Seager. Mike Morin. The old timers out there, you hear the name Morin, you think of the old great Cleveland Browns tight end Milt Morin. Played in the late 60s with the Browns.
Mike Morin has pitched well for the Angels. 1.54 ERA. Good sinker, slider. Just trying to keep the ball on the ground.
2-0 to Seager. Back with a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Here's Howie Kendrick. Good strong throw to get Seager 1 out. Morin out of Andover, Minnesota, lives in Leawood, Kansas. Turned 23 earlier this month. Big kid at 6'4", 218. Minor league pitcher of the year for the Angels last season.
You see why Socha would like to bring him in at this point in the game. Good heavy sinker, just wants to keep the ball on the ground, doesn't want to give up any home runs or quick runs to the Mariners.
A little life on that last one, huh? Seager, like the last second it dropped off.
He did commit, says Dan Iasoni. Stephen Romero behind 0-2. He's flied to center and bounced back to the pitcher.
What a body movement right there, and then all of a sudden that slider comes out of nowhere at you.
What a pitch. 2 outs. Root Sports looking for the ultimate Mariner fans in the state of Oregon throughout the month of May, which means you only have a few days left. Make sure you send us a photo and story using hashtag UltimateNWFan or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or by email at ultimatefan@rootsports.com. And you could win a trip for 2 to Safeco Field for Fan Appreciation Night in September. Personalized Mariners jersey and more. For official rules, go to rootsports.com.
Dustin Ackley will step in 0 for 2. A couple of ground outs for Dustin.
No. Two and one.
Out there and snatch one, didn't he?
Good count for him to try to do it in 2-0.
Take a little off right there.
A little more run to that fastball.
2-2 to Ackley, nobody aboard. 2 outs. High ball left field for Green. And Michael Morin, no relation to Milt Morin, does a heck of a job. 6-3 Angels. Baseball on Root Sports, brought to you by 22 Jump Street, in theaters June 13th. By Vern Funk Insurance, bad luck can hit anyone. Insure with the 13th man. Vern Funk Insurance. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Good look at the Emerald City skyline. The big wheel just above the scoreboard there. 6-3 Angels. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and Mariners Hall of Famer Jay Buhner in the building.
Top of the order for the Angels: Cole, Calhoun, Ibar, and Trout. And they've done all the damage tonight. Calhoun has scored 3 runs. Ibar has driven in 3. And Trout has driven in 2. A lot of production at the top of the lineup for the Angels tonight. Joe Beimel will stay on. Came in and pitched in the 7th inning, and now will pitch here in the 8th.
To Calhoun. Boy, he's had a night, scoring 3 times. He's got 2 hits and walked twice. He's on base every time up.
Danny Farquhar getting loose in the pen. There's Danny.
Two and 1. Good weather coming up here in Seattle the next 3 days for the Detroit series.
How about that? 75, baby. Like that,
70 tomorrow, 75 on Sunday and Saturday, and 79 on Sunday. We'll take it. CenturyLink link to what's next. Pitching matchups. Good one tomorrow. Justin Verlander against Sasha Iwakuma. Another good one. Drew Smyly and Chris Young. And then Max Scherzer against Roenis Elias.
Oops. I thought Scherzer was struggling. Yeah, he is with a 6-1-3. God, that changed, didn't it? Didn't it say something else as well?
Franklin stays with it and does.
So they give you 2 hands at a baby.
Danny looks like he's ready to go. Switch hitter Ibar due up. He's done some damage hitting left-handed, so it looks like Beimel will stay on, make him hit right-handed. Trout due up next. It's probably when you'll see the pitching change.
Ibar's been murdered tonight. First inning, single, stolen base, reaching a fielder's choice in the third, 3-run homer in the fourth, and a single to center in the sixth. Nice looking pitch.
68 miles an hour.
Bounce it up there, 1-2. Mariners in the bottom of the eighth will have Zunino, Miller, and Jones. 8, 9, and 1. Six runs, 11 hits, no errors by the Angels tonight. They've left 9 men aboard. 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors by the Mariners. They've left 1 man aboard. Nice pick by Kyle Seager. All-star play, robs Ibar. Outstanding.
They look easy.
And a smash down at third. You see Ibar 3 for 4 in the game and tried to get his 4th hit. Kyle giving a little bit of ground.
Didn't even spin out.
No.
Keeps it, holds his ground. Very nice. The ball coming up too.
That's good play. Top spinner.
Beimel's done. 2 outs in the 8th. Bring on Danny Farquhar to face Mike Trout, 6-3, Angels. Good to have you with us here, Mariner Baseball, as you enjoy the music video. Tom Simon's done a great job putting that together. 6-3 Angels over the Mariners as we play here in the 8th inning with 2 outs. Danny Farquhar, right-hander, brought in to face Mike Trout. Angels have led all the way this evening. Danny, the fourth Mariner pitcher this evening.
For Danny, good fastball. His four-seamer 94 to 95 miles an hour. He'll use a cut fastball. It'll be 89 to 92. And a 12-6 curveball. 2.59 ERA for Danny this year. 27 strikeouts and 24 in the third. Opponent's hitting just 193 off of him.
Yeah, don't be diving.
Trout cues one off the end of the bat. Mariners 6-2 against the Angels so far this season. Trout, some pitcher gets away. 3-1. David Freese on deck. Trout shoots one to center field. He's got a 2-out single. Mike Trout, his third hit in a row.
His third hit of the night.
It's impressive too, because it's a cutter and he doesn't come off of it. He hits it and goes right where the pitch is.
90-mile-an-hour cutter right on the outside corner. It was a good pitch from Danny.
Yeah.
But he stays on it. I have a feeling the next time the Mariners see the Angels, he'll be up over 300 again.
Take what they give you. Don't try to do too much. It's a nice approach. Yeah, let that ego get out of the way, right? Check it in, make an adjustment.
David Freese fouls one back. Cleanup hitter here tonight. Kept him in check 0 for 4.
Helps to have 5 tools, right?
That helps.
Just a little bit, right?
5+ tool. Do everything.
Yeah.
Line drive. Trout will hold it second. Base hit for Freese.
Skipped off that outfield, didn't it? Starting to get a little moisture in the air, a little bit, a little dew, and a little skippy right here. Woo!
And it was hit hard. Going to get a pinch runner. We'll be calling Cowgill a pinch run for Freese.
Freese 0 for 4 tonight, 0 for 4 last night. First hit since Tuesday evening when he went 2 for 4. There's Howie Kendrick.
The Angels tonight 4 for 14 with runners in scoring position. Howie Kendrick 0 for 4.
Breaking ball for strike 1. Ball to Smoke. Flips to far corner. And a good operation. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. Bottom of the 8th. Mariners have Zunino, Miller, and Jones coming up. field. We take a look at our Columbia Bank difference in the ball game. This is a separator right here. 3-2 pitch, couple of men aboard. Fourth inning, Eric Ibar. All of this with 2 outs, a 3-run shot that made it 5-0 Angels. Since then, the Mariners have added 2 runs, or put 2 runs on the board in the 4th and 1 in the 6th. And all in all, been all Angels this evening, and they've left at least 1 man on in each of the first 8 innings. Left 11 men aboard. Colin Cowgill stays in the game, playing left field. John McDonald, the veteran utility man, at third base for David Freese.
Thank goodness for Michael Saunders for the Mariners tonight, right?
Yeah, you bet.
A lot like this kid last night, doing all the damage.
Let's not forget to start that Matt Shoemaker. He went perfect, 9 up, 9 down, first time through the order. Joe Smith taking over.
22nd appearance for Smith. He's pitched well for the Angels. A 2.14 ERA for the veteran. Side armor, submariner, 20 strikeouts in 21 innings.
A little different release point advantage, huh?
Do you like hitting off these guys?
Not really. Not when they started throwing the frisbee up there. I did not like it. Seemed like it was going to hit you in the back, and next thing you know, it's across the middle of the plate.
On 2 strikes to Mike. A soft liner to short, popped out the second.
And they run that one in there just to keep you honest. It's kind of like Nelly, big Jeff Nelson. I didn't particularly enjoy facing him.
2-2. How about Arizona starter John Coleminter tonight? We'll talk about that in a second. Look at this delivery here by Mr. Smith.
I don't see too many guys pitching with this delivery anymore, but Smith has made it work. Again, his ERA just over 2 with that sidearm delivery.
That's when your eyes got to go right off that right hip, because that's where his release point is. And then you got to elevate up, because that sinker he throws. Look up. Easier said than done, right?
Arizona's Josh Coleminter faced the minimum tonight, 27 batters and a 4-0 win. Gave up 3 hits through 94 pitches. Double plays there. Charge here by McDonald. Throws low, but dug up by Crow. One out here in the 8th. It's a matchup of East versus West. When the Yankees come to town June 10, 11, and 12 to take on the Mariners. Join us for a thrilling series as Robinson Cano faces his former team. And Yankee captain Derek Jeter is going to pay his final visit to Safeco Field. Great seats to see the Mariners and Yankees. Still available. Mariners.com.
I wonder what the Mariners are going to give him. Any idea?
I've not heard.
No.
Check.
Curious. Farewell tour, so everybody's been giving him something. So
tonight would have been his last night in St. Louis, and at the White Sox the other day he got a bench made out of bats and balls. The Yankee logo and his name on it. It's pretty cute.
That's that thing with Mariano Rivera. That's what, like, I think it was the Twins that gave him a similar one of all the broken bats.
Right. Ah, that's pretty good.
That was pretty good. He said he really liked that one.
So you try to sit on the handle. Little splinter.
1-1 to Brad Miller. Got a base hit last time up, breaking an 0 for 10. Did not go. This is Dale Scott.
Yeah, you talked about a couple of the Mariner guys that picked up a little bit off of Mo, picking up that cutter.
Up the middle, another hit for Brad Miller. 2 for his last 2.
He's probably down at first base right now going, where has that been? Good grief.
It can be a tough game at times, but it's good to see Brad get a couple of hits. We were talking about it earlier in the game. Be right on something. It looks like he's able to hit another fastball. Both hits coming on the fastball, so he's done a good job of staying on the heater tonight.
You know what, Michael? Sometimes it's good to get a little breather, man. Just detach for a little bit, check out, work on some things in the cage with Hojo, and then, you know that you're going to put your pom-poms on a little bit, and then
sit back and relax and just watch the game. Yeah. Clear your head.
Absolutely.
Boyd McClellan making the decision to sit him down, sit Brad down for, I think it was 3 days. And
good for him.
Hopefully that's the trick and gets him going in the right direction. But you're right. Sometimes we've done it plenty of times. You get in that grind, your own personal grind of things, and kind of lose perspective of what's going on, and you just beat yourself up so much. And hopefully that'll get him going.
2 for 3 night for Brad with a run scored. One and 2 to Jones, who doubled and singled in his last 2 at bats. He's 2 for 3. Scored a run in the 4th. He was aboard when Saunders hit his 2-run homer.
Looked like he was trying to lift and separate right there.
Trying to get his first one.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Like a hanging slider in the middle of the plate, maybe middle in.
Now shorten it up with 2 strikes.
Strike 3 called. 2 outs.
And this one, a perfect pitch right on the outside corner.
Unfortunately, you got to tip your cap. No, you don't want to.
Here's Nick Franklin. He's trying to avoid the golden sombrero.
I've worn it a few times.
We all have.
I'm not a fan of hats, particularly that one.
I would think not.
But you know what? The great thing about this game is one day the GOAT, next day the hero. He could turn right back around. Especially this at bat. Hit a 2-run bomb right here, and everybody forgets about those first 3 ABs.
Struck out swinging 3 times. He's behind 0-1. See ball 1.
A different pitcher right now, so a different look. So maybe this will help him out. Oof, that was the pitch.
0-2 strikes. Stays alive with 2 strikes, 2 outs and a man at first. Robinson Cano under the weather tonight. Scratch right before batting practice. Hope to have him back in lineup tomorrow with Detroit coming to town.
Must be feeling bad because he's like a workhorse, isn't he?
Yeah. He's a guy's got to be 159 games pretty much every year in his career. 1-2 here to Franklin. And he does strike out for the 4th time. Tough night for Nick. Joe Smith, a couple of Ks here in the 8th. We go to the 9th. Mariners down 6-3. Six-3 Angels in this finale of a 4-game set. Hey, make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag RootFanFave. Watch the Mariners pregame show every Sunday. Find out the top 5 fan favorite plays of the week. For official rules, go to rootsports.com. Raul Ibanez against Danny Farquhar. First pitch fouled off.
Mariners have the shift again with Ibanez hitting. They've done it the entire series. Kyle Seager on the right side of the infield. Brad Miller still at the shortstop position. And Nick Franklin well out onto the grass and right.
Job by Farquhar to smother that one out. Detroit Tigers should be in town by now, and we look forward to tomorrow's matchup. Justin Verlander against Hisashi Iwakuma. Verlander, an uncharacteristic 4.04 ERA, and Kuma has been very good.
276 batting average. That won't be there very much longer, I'm sure.
Screaming line drive to the gap off the bat of C.J. Cron. This kid has really been productive. This will be his 3rd hit tonight. He's got a triple in the 4th, a single in the 7th, a double here in the 8th. In the 9th, beg your pardon.
Seeing some of the right-handed hitters for the Angels staying on the cut fastball by Danny Farquhar, and Dave mentioned his 3rd base hit of the night.
Because his head just stays right down until that bat shoulder touches that chin. Lean on, huh?
Cron showed some pop on Tuesday, going 2 for 4 with a homer and a double. Drove in 2. There's Hank Conger. Hank's walked twice tonight, struck out looking, and grounded out the 2nd. Going back is Miller, coming in Jones, and Jones will make the play. Two outs, and it's going to bring up John McDonald.
McDonald came into the game as a defensive replacement, so he'll get his first at bat of the night. Hitting .233 overall in the year.
Two outs, man at second. Donald's a veteran who has been around, been in the big league since 1999. He's been with Cleveland, Toronto, Detroit, Toronto, Arizona, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Philly, and Boston. Line drive, base hit, left field. Coming around to score is Cron, where John McDonald picks up an RBI. Johnny Mack, his 3rd RBI in game number 24 for him.
He gets a high fastball, probably up out of the strike zone, and tomahawks it into left field. Cron will come around and score for the 2nd time in the game.
Angels came in tonight, the 3rd highest scoring team in the American League, 4.7 runs per ball game. Leads up to 7-3. That was their 15th hit. They've left 11 men on. Oh, and 2 here to Calhoun. Calhoun scored 3 times here tonight. Couple of hits. Parker will take that himself.
Thank you.
And that'll do it. A run on 2 hits, no errors, a man left. 7-3 lead. Michael Saunders going to lead it off. He'll be followed by Justin Smoke and Kyle Seager. Bottom of the 9th, straight ahead.
Of the 9th right now, they trail by 4. Angie Mentink here with you at the Ford Sports Desk. Coming up on the post-game show, we'll talk with tonight's starting pitcher, Brandon Maurer. We'll hear from the skipper as well, get his thoughts on this one. What a night by Michael Saunders. We'll have more on Sando's night, filling in the 3-hole. And we'll also get you set for the Detroit Tigers, the Motor City Kitties, on their way to see. Actually, probably were here before this game started. Guys, back upstairs to you.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Here's Michael Saunders. Lead things off against new pitcher Fernando Salas.
For Salas, a 2.49 ERA. 21 2/3 innings for him. 22 strikeouts, 9 walks. Opponent's hitting .229. He's given up 2 home runs this year.
Fernando turns 29 years old tomorrow. All rally hats are in effect. Turn them inside out. Let's see what happens. Saunders, Smoke, and Seager here in the bottom of the 9th. Saunders has accounted for all 3 Mariner runs tonight. First pitch in there for a strike. A 2-run homer in the 4th and a sacrifice fly in the 6th. Salas going right after him on 2.
2 perfect pitches to Michael.
Paint.
Yeah, he's not going to do much with those 2 pitches. Michael 1 for 2 tonight with a home run. He's driven in 3 runs for the Mariners.
Salas 2/3 of an inning in Tuesday night's game. Won by the Angels 6-4. Fouled back. All 2 strikes here to Saunders. Two and 2. 7 runs, 15 hits. No errors, 12 left by the Angels tonight. 3 runs, 5 hits, couple of errors. But the Mariners have left 2 stranded. 2 and 2 to Saunders. Did not go. This is Dale Scott, full count.
Boy, Dale. Good AB by Michael right here to drag it all the way back 0-2 to 3-2.
He's had a good month. He really has. He's been swinging the bat well for the entire month.
I like that. Not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. You know you got a little confidence going up there for sure.
There's a walk.
Oh boy.
He's behind.
Well, Frieri had been up in the pen, and then the Angels scored that extra run. We'll see if they get him up again, and it looks like they're going to. Justin Smoak due up. He's 0 for 3. A couple of flyouts and a ground out to short as you take a look at Frieri.
That would always drive me nuts. 7-3, 9th inning. You got a guy 0-2 and he walks, and you're sitting out there going, really? Michael's going, thank you.
He is.
Thank you, thank you.
Ooh, strike 1 to Smoak. Smoak tonight 0 for 3. Ground out to short, fly to center, fly to left. Heck of a catch by Grant Green. Rob him of a base hit. That was in the 6th.
Get him out of there.
1-2. Outside, 1-2. The dirt. Smoak's battle to get back even.
Does it again. Something tells me Mike will be on a dead sprint out to the mound. With his hand out the entire way as he's going.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Smoak. Full count.
Thank you.
It's went back-to-back full counts.
Think about it a little bit right here too.
Well, he's thrown 12 pitches, just 5 strikes. Just look at Kyle Seager waiting on deck.
Mike Butcher with the glasses, pitching coach. Into to Smoak. Hit hard, foul.
Man, should have been penalized for that. You know, come on.
Temperature dropping.
Who gave that away?
You. Got your teeth, I heard. 3-2 to Smoak. Struck him out. 1 down, 1 on, bottom of the 9th.
Well, they went right after him with a good fastball.
Underneath it.
Yeah, 91 miles an hour, a little bit of run to it. See what Kyle Seager can do. Kyle 0 for 3. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout swing.
Strike 1 from Salas. Stop by Hank Conger. 1-1. Said temperatures dropping here. People trying to keep warm. 1-1. Drop play. On 2 strikes to Seager. Two and two.
Human rain delay right now. Let's go.
Well hit.
That's what she
Deep
did.
right field. Kyle Seager with a 2-run homer. 7-5 ball game for Seager's 7th home run. RBI's 30 and 31.
No wonder you're taking your time.
And that will bring out Socha. It looks like he's going to go get his closer, Ernesto Friere, for Kyle, his 7th home run. All 7 home runs here at Safeco Field this year.
2-2 pitch. Wrote it out of here.
Well, I like it. There's too many times you let them off the hook when they're out there nibble, 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 and somehow they escape like Houdini. But Siegs didn't let him escape. I like it. Put some thunder on him.
You called a scenario a few minutes ago. The last thing that Socha wanted to do is have to come get this guy and use a closer tonight. Take a timeout. Kyle Seager's brought the Mariners a little bit closer here. 1 out, 2 runs in, a 7-5 ball game. Ernesto Friere, their tough closer, is coming on. We'll be right back. It's quite interesting here. In the 9th inning, 1 out and 2 runs in, and Mike Socha has had to go to Ernesto Friere, his closer.
Saves this year 7 out of 9 opportunities for him. 4.43 ERA. Mariners put some pressure on him the other night. Had a chance. Kyle Seager hit the ball out to the warning track with a couple of runners on. Good fastball from Friere.
Robinson Cano scratched from tonight's game. He's got a swing in him, at least tonight.
Looks like it on that step down there, doesn't it?
At least he wants to have a swing.
I hope he does too.
1-1 to Romero. Free areas. Mike detailed Tuesday night. Got the first 2 outs and then a walk, RBI single and a walk before getting Seager to fly out deep to center field. 6-4 Angels win. Here's a 1-1. Took a lot off. 2 strikes. Chilly night here now. Started off a calm 62 degrees, but wind's picked up a little bit. Temperature down to 55 degrees right now. Ball and 2 strikes to Romero. It's a fastball away, 2-2.
I'm liking it. Making them work. You never know.
Could get him on, bring that tying run to the plate. 2-2. Broken back right to Howie Kendrick for out number 2.
He ends up jamming. He gets in on his hands with a good fastball.
Right off the label.
Yeah.
Like that super slow-mo right there.
Good idea.
That would have been lovely. I like it. It's a headsy play right there.
And McDonald, he's going to go right back.
Do it again.
Do it again.
I agree.
Well, now Scioscia's trying to get him in.
Still do it again.
Yeah, he's still playing back.
Acting with very good speed.
He's running in now, huh?
0-1.
Do it again because it's just for looks when he's backing up.
2-run homer by Kyle Seager here in the 9th. Made this a 7-5 ball game. 1-1. Good rip at it. Ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Mariners down to their final strike here.
Good fastball in the inside corner. Mike Zunino waiting on deck. Zunino tied for the team lead in home runs now with Smoke and Seager. 7 of them.
On 2 strikes. Pitch. Just got a piece.
Good job of protecting right there as a breaking ball. And off the plate, but too close to take.
Two outs, bottom of the 9th. Mariners down by 2. And a 1-2 count to Ackley. Pitch from Frieri. Got him. That's the ball game. Angels earn a split in this series. They win this ball game by the final of 7-5. They got out early and held off the Mariners.
And the Mariners 4-4 so far on the homestand. And the Tigers coming in for 3. Be a good series for them. Take a look at the Mariners. You'd like to see them get out over 500. They keep getting to that mark, Jay, and they just can't get over that part of it. You'd like to see them play a little bit better here at home.
I'll tell you what I like tonight, though, is there was no give in them, and they came all the way back and made an interesting game right up to the last out there, Michael. So good to see you, boys.
Yeah, good to see you, Jay.
Jenner, Mariner Hall of Famer. Good to see you, Chapper.
We'll
good
see
to see you,
next
baby.
homestand, buddy.
All right, absolutely. We go now to Mariner post-game show. We got Brad and Bill. Boys, it's all yours.
All right, gentlemen, make sure Jay doesn't leave. Chain him to his chair out there because he's joining